Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. For the supportive oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen. There's her last name in case you'd like that. Okay, we're already starting in with some fun energy. I can already see that. Like, I feel like there's an upkick in energy, kind of like, get ready. I kind of have that feeling. Kind of having that get ready feeling. All right. Let's see how this goes. Start with the beginning, of course. Somebody else is kicking this off. I'm going to do the whole line at once here, the whole start. Somebody's proposing, well, they did to start this off. Somebody proposed an idea, but it comes forward with the Ace of Wands, and they're highlighting the impatience here. Which Ace of Wands is things moving very fast, things taking off very quickly. But the fact that they're putting impatience, because I was like, maybe that's your interpretation, but no, I think like even if you were another fire sign, you'd be like, well, this is a little too quick. It's kind of like, you know, how do I put this? It's kind of like you want to go on a vacation and you're like, let's go now. I want to go to a resort in Florida right now. No, right now. Like, that's the impatience. It's like anybody would be like, no, this is like, they're very impatient. They want to do it right now and they're trying to push for it as quickly as possible. Can we go next week? How about next week? Well, we got to plan a little better for that. Like, nah, next week's a little too soon too. Somebody's bringing forth an idea. They're very impatient. They want it now. No matter who you are. It doesn't matter that you're Taurus, that you're an earth sign. Anybody would be like, oh, let's, a little too quick there. Let's, you know, it's kind of like a kid that doesn't have a driver's license wants to be a race car driver. Like, we got to take it, and, you know, you got to learn the basics before you can go to the advanced level. Thanks. Let's pull it back. That's the energy. That's the energy I originally felt. Like, this is pushing too much. And I feel you on the other side. You're not against what... How do I put this? It's like the vacation, the race car driver thing. You're not against the end outcome. I don't think you're against it. I think it's just one of those things, kind of like, if we start this... If I start working towards this and try to help them make this happen, what are they going to keep doing that keeps trying to jump this ahead? Like, you have to like look ahead. You have to prepare yourself. Like, how do I keep them from jumping ahead? Because this isn't a situation where they can just keep jumping ahead. They can't do that. They have to do this, you know, in rhythm. They have to learn what they need to do. We have to plan things correctly. They can't jump ahead. And you're kind of like, I feel like that's the complacency in the prayer, especially with the Two of Pentacles. You're okay with it. You're okay with the idea, but like, we got to do it a certain way. We got to move forward slowly. We got to know what we're doing. If we plan correctly, we can have a great time with this. But the prayer with the complacency is kind of like the energy coming at you is way too excited, way too pushy. And you're like, is this a good thing to do? Is this a good thing to do? Is this kind of destined for disaster because this person will keep trying to jump ahead and that's going to cause problems? Is this worth the effort due to the aggravation of getting there, dealing with this energy? And you're not really sure if you want to do it with this person. I feel like it's this person's energy. It's not the subject. It's the person's energy coming at you. You're just kind of like, Knight of Swords between you and them. They know you're not happy with the way they're pushing, but they keep doing it. And you know that this could be more problems down the line the way they're pushing. And you're like, I'm not sure if I want to do it with this person. I'm not sure. So this becomes a problem for a little while. This takes some time to work it out. What does come in next? I don't like that card. Who's doing it though? They go off and find a different way to make it happen. This reminds me of Capricorn a little bit. Like, but this happened to Capricorn a little bit. Somebody's working around you. Because I'm getting the Two of Swords on your side. You're not moving forward. You're not moving forward, and you think the situation isn't going forward. Like the vacation being planned, if that's what it was. This person learning to drive a race car when they don't even have a license yet. You're not moving forward with it. That's the Two of Swords. You're not moving forward with it. The trickery, this is in the environment. Trickery. They're moving around you, but there's nothing here. You can't see it. It's not in front of you. It's completely stepped away from you. Whatever it is that the two of you aren't agreeing on, they're finding another way. Okay, this is why this reading is coming forward, because you don't see it. You think this is going away. They stop bringing it forward to you. They stop bringing it up. They stop talking about it with you. You're like, well, I guess they lost interest. That's what they want you to think. They have perception. There's nothing happening between you and whoever this is. They want you to think that they dropped it. They're doing what they want. They're working around you. They're working around you, I'm telling you. You think it's going away, but it's not. Going into the next one. I'm like slowly turning the cards, like, what's going to happen next? At some point, you're going to have to find out. They're going to have to tell you. It's going to be apparent that they did work around you in some respect. This is a problem. Because the fact that they did this, like, this is a problem. I'm trying to understand exactly how it's a problem, because you're not okay with this. Something about this just doesn't feel right to me, and I'm trying to understand what it is. Because they seem to tell you something. They seem to inform you of something. The information comes your way that this has been moving forward, that it's been moving forward for a while, that they just haven't been including you in this situation. I don't feel like this is really a good moment. And I'm getting like, they seem to have a weird feeling with it. Like, it's almost like they're saying, well, I didn't need you to move this forward. I did it on my own. I found a different way. It doesn't feel good to me. I'm seeing strength on your side, and it's not making you feel good. You're holding it together. You're making it through this situation, but I feel like you're like, you want to look at the situation and be like, oh boy, is this on the up and up? Like, it makes you nervous that whatever they're doing, it's kind of like, oh, should they be doing this though? It makes you uncomfortable. Yet you don't have the ability to really do anything about it. You got rejection between you and this energy. They seem to be informing you, and it's kind of, it feels like it has a little bit of an attitude with it. How is this going to play out is a good question. This is a very weird energy. Like somebody working around you. Let's just keep going. I don't know. It's going to fail. It is going to fail. Whatever, it's soon after they tell you, is literally when it fails, is the ironic part. I almost feel like there's a problem here. I know that something isn't working out right. And I'm almost feeling like when the Ace of Swords comes your way, it's almost like they partially want you to help them at that point, but they don't at the same time. I almost feel like that's why you're finding out about it. I don't feel like you get involved. I literally don't think they're going to ask you to. I don't think they're going to ask you to, but I feel like this is a point where they need you to, if this is going to actually survive. Whatever they're trying to make happen, if it's going to be successful, if it's going to happen, they actually need you to take over. Like, in the sense of, like, they need your guidance, they need your help, they need to know what they need to do differently. And I feel like they won't do that because they're afraid you're going to say, well, if you really want this to work, the first thing you got to do is start back at square one, because you started off on the wrong foot with this, and it's all messed up. The base of this is all janky. It's not going to hold anything. It's not going to hold water. If you want this to work out, you're going to have to go back to square one, and that's what they're afraid you're going to tell them. So they won't ask you. I feel like they won't. It's going to... Release is telling me it's going to fail. That's what I'm feeling. It's going to let go. I don't feel like you're taking any pleasure on this. You've got perseverance. But I also feel like there's a little bittersweet feel with it. The bittersweet card is not out, but it kind of feels like that. Kind of like they could have had this. This could have worked. This could have been a thing. They could have succeeded with it if they just kind of calmed down and worked with you on it. But they were so insistent and so pushy. They put a lot of effort into something. They put a lot of time into something. And then they lost it. But if they had worked with you, they'd not only still have it, but they'd end up going towards success. And they wouldn't have ended up with failure. I don't see you taking any happiness from this. You're not enjoying this. I feel like you're kind of looking at them kind of disappointed, like, well, if you just listened to me, you wouldn't have to feel like that right now. If you slowed down a bit and just took my advice from the beginning, this wouldn't have happened this way. You're not enjoying it. I don't feel you really enjoying it, but I also feel like it's on the other person for doing what they did. I just feel there seems to be like a little guilt on your side, and I'm just like, I'm guessing that's what this is for. Sometimes I do these readings and I know that the message is definitely there for the people it connects with. I'm guessing it's just so you know what's actually going on, and that, you know, this is where they're heading. It did have a chance for success. It's just the way they took the quick route, they took the easy route, and the easy route was a fail. That's why it failed. I don't know what else to say about it. Maybe it's just bringing some type of closure for you. I'm going to let it go there and let you decide what you get value from. Let me know in the comments, like, if that helped and how that helped. Because I'm just like, it seems like very informational, just telling you what's happened, but hopefully it helps release something. They could still do this, by the way. That's the only other thing I'm getting from this. If they want to start back at square one, they could still do this. And I'm sure you could help them if you decide to. But they could still work if they start back at square one. Because I feel like when this releases, it's kind of like, if they want it to happen, they got to start at square one again. So, all right. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.